Hi, welcome to this quick video showing how to use high resolution port sampling on Spirent TestCenter. To do this, I've just looped back, so I've got onto those ports I've created. So there's device A and device. I'm encapsulating with Ethernet IP version 4. There's my MAC address of the two devices. And I've done an ARP, and there's a resolved of the ARP. These are in the same subnet because it just has to be, there's no routing going on there. So once that's done, I'm going to create a string block. Add a string block, very simple. There's only 2 ports to select. I'm going to keep it simple and just go for a one-way unidirectional flow. So there's my source from A to the destination B. Add that in. As I said, unidirectional. Next. Okay, I'm just going to change that label, and because it's going from source A to destination B, I'm just doing some little arrows there to illustrate that. I'm going to stay with a fixed frame size of 128 bytes. Hit next. Don't need any upper layer stuff, so let's go for next. I'm going to go off from port based and go to load per stream block for this, rate based. Change the unit load to frames per second and go for 1000 frames per second. Talk about that later. Next. Next and finish. There's my string block, do the apply. That pushes the config out to the tester, and I'm going to take the in order frame rate and add it to a chart. I'm going to create the chart, so everything in that cell in order frame rate will be put into this chart. Let's give it a name. There we go. Okay. And automatically that chart will pop up. This chart, you have to be careful, it updates once a second. So if you're looking for millisecond resolution, indeed this is what this is all about, you won't see it on the chart. Let's start the traffic, see what happens. Little blue arrow pops up indicating traffic is flowing, and there's the in-order frame rate of 1000 frames per second, and as expected that counter is plotted on the chart to 1000. Lovely doubly. In a moment we're going to go and look at the high resolution port sample. We do that by going to the receiving port. This is a burst size of 1. This is important for later. This means that in 1 second it's in one continuous burst at a rate of 1000 frames per second. If I was to look at that in the high resolution port, and we can do that now on the receiving port on 1212. Here we are. Click on that. Click on the traffic analyzer. Comes up with the template filter. That's the default. Go for high resolution port sample. I'm leaving all the defaults there. I'm measuring the frame receive rate. I'm going to sample for 4 seconds. Let's start the sampling, and then 4 seconds later we can show the chart, and a new chart pops up and it shows over those 4 seconds the measured frames. So because it's a burst size of 1 over that 1 second interval, this has been kind of one event. So the frames have been played out at a rate of 1,000 frames within the interfering gap and stuff. Okay, that's because that there you can see on the traffic generator burst size of 1. Typically that's what we've always left them to. If you want microbursts and stuff, then this is where you get into changing the burst size. Come back to the traffic generator, and we're going to change this burst size now to affect the output. So we're going to make a burst size of 100. Shall we leave it at that or make it 10? Let's make it 10. So a burst size of 10, that means a burst is 10 frames to go out. So that means you need to have 100 bursts in that 1 second to make up 1,000. So we're going to see lots of bursts here. Let's start the traffic. Again, from the resolution in the regular chart, we don't see any difference. But let's pop into the receiving port in a moment and look at the analyzer, traffic analyzer. So click on high resolution port sampling, start sampling rather, and then show chart. Okay, that's over 4 seconds, so let's open that out to try and get 1 second. And you'll see there'll be 100 bursts, each containing 10 frames each. Okay, I'm not going to count that, but that's it'll be 100 bursts. So you get to see this rather than the regular chart. You don't see it at all. Right, let's go back to the traffic generator and change a few things. Let's change that burst size again. Okay, let's make the burst size, let's say, stop traffic. Okay, burst size of 100 now. So there'll be start traffic. So with a burst size of 100, there's going to be 100 frames played out over that 1 second to make 1,000. So there'll be 10 bursts altogether. Let's just change that to say a couple of seconds. 1 or 2, make it 2. Yeah, go for 2. Let's start apply. Right, now if I try and zoom into the 1 second, you will count 10 bursts of 100 frames each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So each of those bursts, there are 100 frames. Okay, so you control it by this burst size. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Peter O'Reilly. So, comedian, don't I? Speak to you later. Bye-bye.